Hello, and hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. My name is JJ Asgar, and I'm a developer advocate for the IBM Cloud, and I think you come to this stream. Normally on Thursday and Fridays I stream with some neat stuff or would do whatever. Usually running Kubernetes and things like that. But today I am actually going to be doing something that I desperately need to do, which is verify some backups and then get Caddy from working in front of BookStack. So I use BookStack as my wiki, and I've been backing things up, but I use Docker Compose underneath it. And one of my things is I really do need to make sure that my backups are working. So I'm going to use the stream to kind of walk through that process and show how it's done, because I've seen some Reddit posts and things like that around how to do this. So I figured, why not show you how at least I do it. And then I did the last stream I did, which was a while ago now, was around using Caddy. And I think for the second half of the stream, I'm going to try to get Caddy working in front of BookStack, so I don't have to go to the IP anymore. I went through the getting started guide and things like that, and it seems to have, I kind of understand what to do now, but I'm curious to see if I can actually get it done in the stream. So let's get going. All right, so hopefully you can see a Google Chrome tab, and I have this machine called Backup Book. If you want to see, it is a let's see, Caddy Debian version. It's 10.04, so it's Buster. The last time I did this, I tried to do this on CentOS, and I had some issues with firewalls and things like that. So I'm going to go back to Debian for now, because I know this works, and my main goal is to get my backup to be recreated using Debian and Docker Compose. So if you have any questions while I'm doing this, please don't hesitate to ask. I have the chat over in another window, so you might see me look over in the corner every time just to see if there's anything there. And then we'll see where we go from there. So these are actually my steps. So as you notice, I put this inside of a Google Doc, because the first thing first, if you're going to do a backup of something, you don't want to have your backup directory or your backup instructions on the thing that can disappear, right? Like that's a pretty good idea in general. So I have my my BookStack instance here. As you can see here, there's a bunch of stuff right there, and I have my my doc here in Google Docs. So I've already rebuilt this VM, which I said right here. I've already given sudo access, sudo su-, so it can become root, which is good. And then I have, that's it. Nothing else is on this box. So ps or ux, that's not very helpful. But if you do grep nginx, there's no nginx, there's no Apache, nothing like that. So it's a completely empty alone box. I have created a playbook here, so I'm going to bring this up real quick. This is my own instance of Gitia, where it's basically like, for lack of a better term, self-hosted GitHub. That's not 100% true, but it's good enough for this conversation. And I created a little playbook in here to install Docker. Because if you install machines or VMs, or if you play around like I do, I have to install Docker pretty regularly, and it's kind of annoying to run all these commands. So I went ahead and just wrote a little playbook to do it for me, which is nice. And I'm going to run that, which is my first step here, against it. So what I'll do is I'll come here and go to Ansible, and then I'll go into Debian Docker. Here's the same playbook, git pull. Everything's already up to date, git diff. As you can see, I've been playing around with this. So if I go back into this hosts, change this to 192.168.1.44. IPA, grab inet. That should be 144, and it is. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll do SSH add mini, because that's the username. 192.168.1.144. 44, my bad. And there we go, we're back into that box. So now I have the keys and all. So I should be able to come here now. And just as I say in my instructions, because I can never remember this, I'm going to do Ansible Playbook, hosts, which is a file I just added, username of admin, which is the admin user. I'm going to go in with the password and sudo up to su, or root, and then playbook YAML to right there. So let's see if this actually works how I expect it to. Alright. I don't need a password, so I shouldn't need that K. No. Or that K either. There we go. So I got in. Because I already have keys and it's already put in as root, it went ahead and worked, which is nice. I'm installing my dependencies, as you see here. Installing these dependencies. It's already updated the cache. Here we go. We're adding Docker, etc., etc. So, just because I'm paranoid, I'm going to go ahead and log out of that because I know it adds the admin account to Docker. So to verify when Docker is installed, when this is done, I'll log back in as admin, and I should be able to do Docker run hello world. And let's see if it actually does it. Okay. So Docker run hello world, and there we go. I was able to run Docker without sudo, and I actually got my Docker container up and running. So now I have a VM with Docker on it just after running this very simple playbook, but now I don't have to worry about reiterating over this. Eventually, I should really seriously consider building maybe a Jenkins job or something that does this for me, and then maybe even write a little Selenium bot on that Jenkins job that actually spins up my BookStack instance, and then actually looks for specific things. But that's very much pie in the sky right now. Okay, so now that I've got that there, I can come back over here. I don't need my local machine anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and pull down the Docker Compose. One of the cool things about BookStack is that the Docker Compose from Linux server is actually really good. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this thing. So I'm going to go mkdir BookStack because I don't want to put it in home. I'm going to do vim or vi docker compose.yaml. YAML. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do set paste. And then set paste. There we go. I'm going to input. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of this and copy that. Paste that right there. And then save and quit because I'm paranoid. And then my instructions say all the passwords need to be BookStack because I'm secure. BookStack. Okay. This one too. Oops. BookStack. BookStack. Okay. Then I need to change my data directory here to $pwd, $pwd, which means the working directory that I'm running this in, and mounts it just like I want to. Actually, I need to do, oops, I should do this as config because I need to create that directory. I don't actually say that, do I? Pwd -config because that's actually important. Oops. Ah, my mistake. Same as, ooh. No, this is a database. And then I'll do this one as config, just so I have everything in the same directories. Pwd. Can't type because people are watching me. Config. config, like so. So right now I need to make a database directory and a config directory, and that's okay. BookStack, root password, all that jazz. Alright, that looks better. So mkdir BookStack, or database, and then also config. I should probably say also create pwd config and pwd database, and there we go. Okay, so now docker compose up. So this actually pulls everything down for me, which is nice. So I don't have to worry about it. And it actually builds it up. So what I'll do is when it's done, I will test to make sure that everything comes up with the and log in directly to the port. And we'll see here. Let it do its thing. I'll make it a little bigger so we can actually read what's going on. There we go. And I didn't like that announcement because I just got this stuff to work. So that'll be annoying, but we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Still building it. It'll tell us when we're done. And thank you, Chris, if you're still watching. That was a very sweet tweet. I appreciate that. That was very nice. All right, still going. Still going. As you saw how easy it is to get BookStack up and running, you'll be able to decompile this, if you will. That's not the right word, but close enough. Of what I'm doing, that you could actually do this yourself too, which would be kind of fun. Just verifying my video and all that's still running. It is good. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. I am watching it while this is done. I think this is actually done. Okay, so if I go to 192.168.144. 65. There we go. We see BookStack. So if I do admin.com, and then password, I believe. Yep. And I log in, and there we go. So we got BookStack up and running. Cool. So that's good, right? So wonderful. So we now have a blank BookStack instance, which is great. So I lost the machine, or whatever happened, and now it's gone. So now I can do this. So what I have done is I'm trying to get a cron, but for some reason my cron doesn't do what I wanted to do, so I have to do it by hand. But I do dump my BookStack backup to Google Drive. So if I go into Google Drive here, and hopefully nothing embarrassing pops up. Let's go ahead and just pull this over here for right now. And then I go into my backups. Come on, where are you? Backups. Backups, maybe? Yes? Oh no. This would be really bad if my backups directory is gone. Oh, here we go. Okay. And there we go. This isn't embarrassing at all. Okay, so as you see here, I have my Gatia backup, but that's a different conversation. But what I have done is at 9:15 this morning, I did a dump of the SQL from the actual container, which I can show you how I did that in a little bit here, and then this config directory. So I need to pull these two down. So let's go ahead and download this here. And we'll put this in my downloads directory. Replace it, yes. And then we're going to go ahead and download this also. Download that to there. There we go. Okay, so if I've got this right, I can go ahead and Control C, killing this thing, bringing it down. Okay, there we go. So then I can go into my downloads directory here, and then I can do secure copy, BookStack star to admini at 192.168.1.44 with a tilde. There we go. So now, if I come up a directory here, we should see both those there. Good. All right. So then what I will do is unzip sudo apt-get install unzip. Well, that's a first problem. I should probably put that in my notes. And you'll need to install unzip. There we go. Because I know for a fact I am going to be very frustrated when this actually happens in real life. So if I do unzip BookStack config, excuse me. There we go. So now, if you see, there's a home admin BookStack config directory, right? So the whole point of this is it's supposed to mirror exactly what we saw on the other machine. As you notice, there's a bunch of configs and files in different locations and all. I could probably deconstruct this if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. That's just more work than I need. So what I can do now is come back over here, BookStack, and then I can go with rm config. There shouldn't be any, mv config to config org, because I don't actually know if I need this or not. So what I will do though is that's home admin BookStack config to this directory. So there, now I have this exploded zip backup config directory in the directory that Docker Compose needs. That's important. Okay, now I'm going to so I actually need to have the Docker, I need to have it actually up and running still. Okay, so what I should do is Docker Compose up-d to put it into the background. So if I do Docker ps, there we go, it's up and running, which is good. So what I'll do now is come back up here, do Docker copy BookStack dump to the BookStack db/root. So now I took the SQL dump of my database, put it inside the container of this MariaDB database. And now if I do docker exec-it BookStack db bin bash, I'm now in the actual container. So I should be able to do mysql-u BookStack-p BookStack, because I'm lazy, BookStack app, which is the name of the database if you read the documentation, to BookStack dump on that. So now I took that dump from my other machine, my backup, and put it on there. So what I'll do is Docker compose down, or oops, BookStack Docker compose down, and I'm bringing it down now. So I've taken all the files off of Google Drive. I've taken all of I've taken the dump also, and now I've pulled everything down, stopped everything, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So if I do Docker compose up now -d, that should bring everything up. Docker ps. Okay, so if I come back over here now and refresh this bar up here should be now green, and you should start seeing you should see some pages. Oh, that's annoying. Docker ps. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was actually very worried for a second there. So that's not good. I'm gonna have to erase that. Shit. Bring this over here. It's been a while since I've streamed, as you can obviously tell. BookStack. Copy. So if I log in as myself, and then use the password that I have, there we go. So we have my flour tortillas, everything in here, so it's all built. So now I have it. It's working. Yay! Awesome. So I'm really, really happy about that. So now I actually have a process to back this stuff up and actually transfer it to another machine. So let's actually talk about what happened and let's look at my actual backup process, shall we? So give me 2 seconds here. Network. So if I go ahead and just make another terminal. JJ Asgar at 192.168.1.182. Go ahead and upload whatever. All right. So if I come in here, this is this is my personal laptop. This is not my work one that I'm on now. If I do cat bin backup BookStack, as you see here, it SCPs into my BookStack machine, and then or SCPs and just pulls in that same SQL file and that same config file. So on BookStack specifically, if I go in that and go into admin, BookStack, there we go. So if I do cat or crontab-l, every night, every day at midnight, my time, it should run this file, cat home admin this. And as you see here, it execs into Docker, into the database, runs bash against it, does a MySQL dump, and then pulls that same thing, turned into that, then copies that file out to temp, BookStack temp, and then zips everything up in that config directory. So if I go into my temp directory, if you see here, because I did it today, but that cron doesn't seem to work, and I don't know why. So if I do less sudo su vim or less etc or var log messages. Okay, that's not very helpful, is it? Is there cron? I don't actually know. No. Where the hell's cron ran? Where in the log? Syslog maybe? Cron, here we go. So something broke. No MTA installed. Okay, so what I will do now is I will do apt, yes, apt-get update. Alright, and then install postfix, and yes, sure, BookStack. I think I actually have a playbook that does this for me. Katia. let's see here. Did I put it on GitHub? Let's see here. Gmail. There we go. Perfect. So 6 months ago, I knew this was going to be a problem. So I created this. So, okay. I will go ahead and go back out of this machine. Keep that open. This machine, Vim, or Z and postfix? No, Z, Ansible, Z post, what do I call it? Post, no, that would be too easy. src, github.com, jjasgar, postfix, there we go. So I can go on the Vim hosts here, and I will do 192.168.1.ipa 41. Actually, I could just do, what am I doing? BookStack and asgarlabs.io. Okay. Now, what I can do is I need to create a app password in this, and I'll bring this over here so you can't see it. And I will do BookStack and generate. Okay. So then I will come over here and do export passwd equals this, and query that so you can't see it and steal my passwords. So then I'll do Ansible playbook -I hosts -u -k-e Gmail password to passwd playbook main.yaml. So if I've got this right, of course you didn't like something. What didn't you like? Expected user of one argument. Did I put that? Oh, whoops. So then I'll bring this back up here, and you are done. Close you. Root. There we go. Okay, so if I've got no. Okay, so maybe if I do this as admin. Really? What did I do wrong here? Well, the core of this whole thing is this main.cf does a bunch of stuff in here for us, so I don't have to think about it. But ugh. Really? I really thought this worked. look up this. Debian. Is it really called 2? Ugh. Killing me. Then playbook, main. I hate computers. I'm literally seeing it right there. Cyrus S8. Sudo app get update. Playbook main apt. Let's try that. App sudo apt get install Cyrus SLA 2. No. What am I doing wrong here? Ugh, really? Alright, libsasl2 modules and sasl2 bin. Come on, show me some love. Become... Oh God, what is it? Become what? Oh, come on, JJ. Docker playbook. Playbook YAML. Become methods. Become true. Become method sudo. Go. Mailx is not on there. I don't actually know how I got this to ever to work. Whoopsie. Okay, now back on here, sudo apt get install mailx, because that won't work. Oh, it's mail utils, that's right. Utils, yes. And sudo sys systemctl status mail or postfix. I'm gonna restart that. Okay, so now mailx to testing. jjasgar@gmail.com. This is a real test to see if I can do this. Cat etsy or cat var log mail log sudo. It looks like it sent. So if I come back over here into Gmail, hopefully nothing embarrassing is here. I'll pull this over here for now. And there it is. See if this is the test to do it. So now, now that I have Gmail or postfix running on this instance. What I can do, and you know what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Crontab-E. And what we're going to do is at 1440, we are going to sudo tail-f var log syslog. So in about 3 minutes, we should see our cron kick off again. Should also send us an email so we can actually see why it failed and didn't work, which is an added bonus to this whole stream, which is good. There's NRPE doing its thing because I'm old. All right, so I'm gonna do the BRB real quick because I got now 3 minutes, which is fun. Oh, okay, they reloaded the crons. That's weird. But I'm gonna get myself some caffeine, and then I'll be back in just about a minute or two so we can keep watching this. All right. Alright, and I'm back. We have about 1 minute and 30 seconds. As you can see, as you can see, well, NRP is still doing its thing. It's very angry at me because I don't have the right users on here. And as you can see, the host name is still called Debian10. I didn't realize that also. So, you know, gotta get that fixed. One step at a time though, right? Actually, you know what else is going on? How about BookStack? Sudo host name ctl sudo host name ctl set host name BookStack. There we go. Okay, alright, so it should be in about 20 seconds we should see our cron kick off. And it shouldn't complain about the email again. And I don't know why it hasn't done the Debian 10 and changed it to BookStack, but that's another problem for another day. There we go. Okay. So it looks like it copied everything, did what I was expecting, mounted, and then it sent an email to itself. Mail. Okay, that looks right. So if I go into temp now, I should see... So it did it with the zip file, but it didn't do the dump. Why didn't you do the dump? Oh, is this a user permission problem? But I thought you were doing this as... Login name is SH and... In SH... Docker? Docker's in SH. Which Docker? In backup. Let's try that. crontab -E. Let's do this at 44 past the hour. Let's see here. Syslog. Okay, so I did it and updated it. Yes, Dossman, you're absolutely right. That's exactly why I like streaming. Is that I talk my thing out and I use them as a rubber duck. Thank you so much for catching on to that. I mean, that's how most of the stuff is done, right? It was like you talk out the problems and eventually you get there. And sometimes you don't get to talk to another human being directly. But that's cool. No worries. All right, here we go. We got a minute. Let's see where this goes. Again, NRPE is angry at me. I could just add a group of NRPE. If I do this again, I'll do that. We'll see though. Okay, 35 seconds. Thinking about it. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so it looks like it did it again, which is good. So if I do mail, okay, seems like the same thing. Bin, oops, temp, still hasn't actually done it yet. That is problematic. So at least I've gotten the config to update, but why won't you do the dump? Because I can run, right? There you go. Just to show you at the beginning also. Oh, there's no output. I thought there was. cd temp /l, and as you saw, the dump got updated there. So maybe if I do bin books, come on, really? God, I just don't know why. Running cron. We're running Docker in cron. Run Docker command in crontab. Docker exec does not work in cron? What? Oh, haha! Oh, wow. Oh, because I have the T here, because it's looking for a terminal, it doesn't work. Oh, JJ. Oh, JJ. Okay. So I do that now. And now, if I go back to cron, what time is it? Let's do it at 49. Tail. All right, let's see. Let's see this work. So it should say 1449 when it's ran. That's the goal. So then we've had the working backup. The backup works, which is what we were expecting. Or the first goal of our stream. Second goal was to get Caddy to work. Haven't gotten there yet. I just want to get this backup, the actual backup, to work automatically, so then I don't have to think about it anymore, which would be wonderful, because then it just updates automatically in the background. I really wish there was a way for my Linux box, my BookStack box, to get to Google Drive, but there's no real way to know that I can get a mount of it or something like that. If you have an idea, please reach out. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Alright, 30 more seconds. Yes, I know NRPE, leave me alone. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I do mail, I got my new mail in there. Same thing, nothing different. That's fine. Temp. Yay! Sweet! Ooh, Rexroof, thank you for that. Let me bring that up real quick. So Rexroof suggested a fuse file system on top of there for Google Drive. Ooh, that could be exactly what I need. Because then, configures, mounts the drive, mounts the mount point. Because if I could just dump these two files into it, that would make life so much easier. Okay, cool. Rexroof, very strong possibility we're going to pivot to this guy real soon. But let's verify, which we saw here. Good. And now if I come over to... Wait. I mean, I guess I could just pivot to this right now. Right? There's nothing to stop me from doing that. So if I can get this to be mounted... That no PPA. Let's see here. This wiki page. My goodness, this is pretty heavy-handed, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess I could run as a Docker container on the box. If I run as a Docker container, can I just mount something into it? Let's see. I mean, this isn't too bad. Run, and I can add it to the Docker Compose. Let's see here. Mount the drive, to G drive, and then G drive is mounted. Then I don't have to install anything on this. I don't have to build it. Let's see here. Set out something and Docker service. Reload, restart Docker. And specify some mount points. These are just an example. Mount drive. Ugh. Yeah, maybe not. My gut tells me this might be harder than I want it to be. Oh, God, it'd be so much easier. Yeah, I mean, Rexroof, running Fuse inside of Docker, I mean, then it's all like, it's Dockerized, right? Like, that's the word for it, and then you don't muddy up the system if you don't like it or whatever. But my gut's telling me that might be maybe a bridge too far right now. Especially now that I haven't actually done it yet. Okay, so SSH in here. SSH. So I'm back on this box, and if I do Ooh, I forgot about that. I need to get that working on my other laptop. crontab-e. So I need this to run at 3 every morning. And then if I come back over here, vim or crontab-e, what we can do is at midnight of every day. Every day I get a backup built, so I can just arbitrarily run the commands if I want. But every other day at 3 in the morning, my time, I should see this file change. So if I go back to here, -L, and I go ahead and run this, and on my other machine I'm seeing the upload happen. It's only a meg. Let's see it happen. Okay, so now I refresh this page, and there we go. At 2:55, which is now, these two files were created. So that's perfect. So now, in a couple days' time, I'll check this again to make sure that it actually did the job, because there's no reason why this wouldn't work. Why am I doing it every other day? It doesn't make any sense. Just do it every day. It doesn't hurt. Right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So tomorrow I will test this, and maybe next stream I do. I can come back to that. Okay, cool. Now that we have a working backup system, we have working backups. We've rebuilt the Docker-based BookStack instance, as you see here. Let's actually get rid of this port here. And I've been trying to learn something called Caddy to do this for me. So we're gonna go down that path for a little bit here, and then after that, I will probably call it, because I got my jobs done that I want to get done. Okay, so if you haven't seen, Caddy is Caddy server here. I've seen it pop up a lot lately. It's one of those things in the home. It's called self-hosting or home server world. People just seem to gravitate towards. I started playing with it the other day, as I said on a previous stream, and it was interesting. But I think the CentOS 8 firewall was causing me problems. So now that I'm on a Debian 10 box, hopefully this will kind of get me over that edge. But we'll see. So, okay. I have not installed this yet, so let's go ahead and install it here. This is the stable release here, so let's go ahead and grab this. Copy. Come on. SSH. Admin at. Nope. There we go. Now I'm on the BookStack box. No, I don't want to be on Book. Well, do I want to go ahead and just do this on BookStack and not have to deal with it? Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's actually get this to work. Okay. If you just to prove to you, if I go to bookstack.asgardlabs.io, which is my local instance, nothing's running on port 80. So my goal is to point port 80 with Caddy to point to the BookStack instance, and then I will call it. This was just going to be a test one right here, but I'll blow that machine up later. Okay, so there we go. And I'll end up putting probably, what should we call it, a Nagios plugin, or Nagios check to make sure port 80 is up and running and all that jazz. But we'll get there eventually. Okay, copy and paste this. Okay. Okay. I need to do an upgrade, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. And I'll plus this in there. And now we have Caddy installed. Cool. Okay. Back to this quick start. We are going to be using a Caddy file here. Dead letter. Okay. Okay. Caddy. So Caddy. And then I will do Caddy file. Come on, JJ. You know what? Sudo apt-get install vim. There we go. Because I will do that more than I should. Localhost. Host. And then do respond with hello world. Just to make sure it's working. So I do Caddy start. Yeah? Netstat dash sudo su netstat tap grep 219 home books admin Caddy start. Interesting. Curl local host 219. I have something running at 209? What? BookStack. PSUX grep Caddy? I do have Caddy already running on this box. What? Why are you... What? Where did you come in? I genuinely don't remember putting this in here. System CTL stop Caddy? Oh, maybe because when I just installed it. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, my bad. Sorry. So let's stop this. Yeah. Okay, my mistake. Wow, I got way off. What? I went way off the deep end on that one. Okay, so it needs root. PSUX grep Caddy. No. Home admin Caddy file. Caddy start. Okay. PSWX grep Caddy. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually running Caddy with root. So if I do a curl https:// localhost hello world. Perfect. So then I can come over here, and you know what I'm going to do? Vim Caddy file. Okay. Like that. Localhost 216. Respond. Goodbye. Like so. So then I can do 216. Oops. I need to kick it. Ah. Copy. Kick it. There we go. And then there's our goodbye. Perfect. Or I could have done reload. That's fine. Okay. Common patterns. So I want... how do I tell Caddy to... So if I do vim Caddy file, I need port 80, right? Is that how it is? It's colon port 80, I believe, actually. Colon port 80. I need to... Is there a redirect that I just saw a second ago? There's a proxy command, maybe? Reverse proxy, here we go. Upstream of... So I need to do 2 localhost 686, what is it? 6875. I think that might actually be what we need to do, right? First proxy. Give an example. Fuck. Where is it? Here we go. reverse proxy, reverse proxy, anything coming in port 80. Okay, let's try that. Caddy reload. Okay, that was not what I wanted. Okay. Reverse proxy. Localhost 6875. Nope. Caddy file reverse proxy example. So I need :80 there. That looks better? Question mark? PS dx grep caddy. Oh, it would have been too easy. Would have been too easy. So then caddy file, TLS off. Let's try that. Doesn't like that. Someone's had to have done this before. Caddy file port 82. Sure, 8080. That seems reasonable. No. Well, this is pretty much exactly what I was looking for. Not 100% sure how to resolve this. Caddy and a reverse. Ooh, this might be it here. Okay. So if I do port 80 as star, go that. Okay. Now curl local plus. Nothing come back? Permanent redirect. Not to, oh, it's to an HTTPS. Shit. HTTP. Am I lucky enough to get that to work? Nope. Caddy redirect HTTP. Or reverse proxy HTTP. Reverse proxy from HTTPS to HTTP. No. Not what I was looking to do. Maybe? I don't think so. Caddy. Keep coming back here. Not what I wanted. I need to not do my health status HTTP don't need to do load balance. Don't worry about headers. Here we go, transport. Okay. Transport. Here we go. So that's transport HTTP. Still going HTTPS. IPA. This is grep inet 41. So let's try that. Ah, come on. 192.168.1.41. Reload. But I don't want HTTPS. I made it angry. Stop. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'm probably going to call it, because I obviously need to do more research. It's a little annoying, but that's okay. Alright, yeah, this is not working. Okay, well, thanks for sticking around. I'm going to post this up to YouTube after editing out a couple things. This didn't do exactly what I wanted, but I did get a couple of the things I wanted to get done, which was great. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now, I'm planning on streaming again with Paul next Thursday. We're picking that back up here. Because it's been a while since we've done it, and it's only right that we do. So hopefully you learned something, and/or hopefully you know, have any questions or whatever. Never hesitate to reach out. And thanks for watching. Bye.